heart of Bangkok's bustling safari park, a routine feeding turned into a fatal frenzy. 5 lions pounced on a veteran zookeeper, mauling him for over 15 minutes in front of horrified tourists. As the predator zone slams shut, questions swirl about animal welfare and safety lapses. Join us for a gripping breakdown of this shocking incident, the zoo's dark history, and the urgent calls for reform in Thailand's wildlife industry. What really happened, and can it be prevented? On September 10, 2025, a heartbreaking tragedy unfolded at Safari World Bangkok when a 58-year-old zookeeper named Jan Rankarasamy was brutally attacked and killed by a pride of lions during a routine feeding session. The incident, witnessed by stunned visitors in their vehicles, has led to the immediate temporary closure of the park's predator zone, as announced by Thailand's Department of National Parks on September 12th. This event not only highlights the inherent dangers of working with wild animals, but has also intensified long-standing scrutiny over Safari World's animal treatment practices. As of September 14th, 2025, investigations are ongoing, with wildlife officials uncovering multiple safety violations that could have contributed to the fatal mishap. Let's delve into the details of what happened: the victim's story, the zoo's response, expert insights, and the broader implications for animal conservation in Thailand. However, on that fateful Wednesday morning, September 10th, the predator zone became a scene of horror. Jan Rankarasamy, a veteran zookeeper with years of experience at the park, was part of the team responsible for feeding the lions. According to eyewitness accounts and official reports, Jan stepped out of his striped zoo vehicle, an action that violated the park's strict safety protocols requiring staff to remain inside vehicles at all times in the open range area. Standing with his back turned to the enclosure for about 3 minutes, he was suddenly ambushed from behind by a male lion named Trump, who pounced and dragged him to the ground. Within seconds, 4 more lions from the pride joined the attack, mauling him relentlessly for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Tourists in nearby vehicles honked their horns in a desperate attempt to scare the animals away, but the lions did not relent until fellow zookeeper Phanom Sitsing arrived and pulled Jian's bloodied body from the enclosure. An autopsy revealed the extent of the tragedy. Jian suffered multiple deep lacerations, a broken neck, and ruptured arteries, leading to his death en route to the hospital. Dr. Tavachai Kanchanaran, a zoo visitor and physician who witnessed the attack, described the scene to local media outlet Thailand. He stood for about 3 minutes, then a lion walked slowly and grabbed him from the back. He did not scream. The DNP's Director General, Athapol Sharanchansa, speculated that one lion may have been not in a good mood during feeding time, triggering the group assault, a natural predatory behavior in big cats when they perceive vulnerability. This marks at least the 2nd fatal lion attack at a zoo in less than a year globally, following a similar incident in Crimea last October, where a zookeeper was killed after leaving a door unlocked. In Thailand, it's the 2nd deadly animal attack at a park this year, after an elephant killed a Spanish tourist in January while she bathed it at a southern sanctuary. Such events underscore the razor-thin line between education, entertainment, and endangerment in the wildlife tourism industry. In the wake of the attack, Safari World swiftly issued a statement expressing deepest condolences to Jian's family and committing to provide them with full care and support. The predator zone, home to African lions and other big cats, was temporarily closed to the public on September 11th, with the entire facility under review. Wildlife officials from the DNP descended on the park immediately, launching a comprehensive inspection. By September 12th, DNP Wildlife Conservation Director Chalerm Pumai revealed alarming findings to AFP: damaged fences, inadequate warning signs, and an insufficient number of CCTV cameras throughout the enclosures. Further probes uncovered 23 critical deficiencies that must be addressed within 30 days, including structural weaknesses in barriers and lapses in staff training protocols. Safari World has reiterated its commitment to safety, noting that it prioritizes visitor and staff protection and strictly advises against leaving vehicles in the wild animal zones. However, critics argue that the incident exposes deeper systemic issues, with DNP Wildlife Protection Director Sadudi Punpugdi stressing the need for zookeepers to carry defensive tools like electric batons or high-pressure hoses and adhere to a mandatory buddy system for paired work. As of September 14th, the lions involved, led by Trump, remain in isolation, and no decision has been made on their relocation, though animal rights groups are pushing for it. Jianrang Karasamy was a dedicated employee at Safari World for many years, known among colleagues for his expertise in handling the park's big cats. Described as a veteran zookeeper, he was in his routine role during the open-range drive-through safari, where visitors pay to observe free-roaming predators. His decision to exit the vehicle remains under investigation. The attack has amplified existing criticisms of Safari World, transforming a local tragedy into a national debate on animal ethics in tourism. World Animal Protection. Thailand has demanded the relocation of the lions to a proper sanctuary, arguing the lions have done nothing wrong other than exhibit their natural behaviors. They highlight the risks of forcing apex predators into performative environments, where stress from captivity can lead to unpredictable aggression. Forcing lions to perform puts both people and animals at unacceptable risks, the group stated in a September 12th press release. Since the announcement on September 12th, developments have unfolded rapidly. On September 13th, police completed their initial autopsy and scene analysis, confirming the attack's duration and the victim's cause of death, while ruling out any foul play. Safari World submitted a detailed safety overhaul plan to the DNP, including installing additional CCTV, reinforcing fences, and implementing stricter buddy systems for staff. This tragedy also spotlights Thailand's booming wildlife tourism industry, valued at over 100 billion baht annually, but plagued by ethical dilemmas. Recent 2025 reports from the DNP indicate a 15% increase in captive big cat populations, driven by demand for photo ops and performances, yet welfare standards lag behind international norms. Experts predict this could lead to legislative changes, such as mandatory psychological assessments for handlers and bans on solo entries into predator zones. The mauling of Jianrang Karasamy at Safari World Bangkok is a devastating loss that exposes the fragile balance between human ambition and animal nature. As the predator zone remains shuttered and investigations deepen into September 2025, this tragedy demands accountability, reform, and a re-evaluation of how we interact with wildlife for entertainment. Safari World's future hangs in the balance, but the real victims, the animals and dedicated keepers like Jian, deserve better. For travelers and advocates, it's a call to support ethical sanctuaries over exploitative parks. This tragic attack shows the fine line between human control and wild instincts. Should places like Safari World still operate, or is it time for stricter reforms? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more real wildlife stories and updates.